There we go, that's a bit better. Alright, so we're in a train. Ahead of us is Los Angeles. Behind us is Vegas. We're in San Bernardino right now, at the top of the hill. And today we're going to be driving this train down there. There may be some interesting things happening. Further down the line, it is kind of towards the end of summer. That was to move up about 1,000 feet. This is what we're driving, the BNSF. 3 of them all stuck together. Nice noisy train. It's quite warm. Let's get that fan going. I always find it funny in feet indicated on the stop location up there. Normally I'm used to larger units like meters or yards. Oh, I've got a train going over the top of us. That's pretty hot. So, in the scenario, there's a forest fire further down the hill. Hasn't impacted us yet, but there is a chance that that might flare up. Hint, it will. Let's get stopped. I've not tried Farm Sim. I'll be back. Thank you, safety person. One thing I should do before I get out of the train is go to neutral. Otherwise it might run away. Big machines, these things. Big chunky machines. Just got to look over the top. That's pretty picturesque. I think we need to switch that switch right over there. I don't know why the scenario puts us all the way down that far, so I have to walk 1,000 feet back. But anyway, that's what it does. Bit different experience running freight to running passenger services. Don't normally see your driver get out of the train and do this. And for whatever reason, they've decided to make this scenario so we back the train from the front carriage. Normally when I'm driving sandpatch grade, I'd get in the back and drive the back forward. Hey, is that I'll grab an ice cream. Hot dogs, okay. Nice. That is a weird place to put a food truck. Anyhow, glad it's there. Grab me a can of V. Woohoo! And I'm going to jump on here. I'm back. Let's make sure all of our switches are in position. Heaters are off. It's warm enough. Flights planned for the weekend. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to the FNO, or at least one of the things on the weekend. Okay, we're in backwards. Gonna go bright auxiliary, gonna chuck in the cooler, which is to say the... let's go local. Fans are in, windows are closed, air conditioning's on. Let's go. I wonder if I'm allowed to drive it from the other end. Let's do it. I'm much more comfortable going forwards, even if it is only 2,000 feet. I'll need to bring the key. There we go. I've got the key. I'm going to part number 3. Engine 3. So yeah, I'll do at least one flight, if not 2 on the weekend. I won't get to milk run this week, unfortunately. Work has me working late. Another train coming in. Now I need to have control of the brakes, so we need to go into more options, controls, cut in the brakes as a lead. Cool, got some brake action going. Gonna go to forward, gonna chuck that in. Brakes released, lights on, and off we go. Hello David, how you doing? You driven this one yet? Yeah, not too bad. I don't actually have any performances this weekend. However, I've got a crafting session to do for LARPing. I'm making some braze hose and other bits of costume. You'll be on the trains as well? Good to hear. Nice railway triangle there. Manchester. Sounds fun. Can't justify spending on it, unfortunately. So here's the weirdest thing about these signals. You see that top one is flashing? That means you're allowed to go past it. Bizarre. It also means there's a bunch of engineless trains up ahead. So we are allowed to go past, but we have to go past at a very minimum speed. Because there's traffic on the line up ahead. Okay, we're at 10 miles an hour. using two different styles of braking. We're also running slightly downhill in this direction. Love those intermodals over there. At a stop, gonna move forward ever so slightly. There we go. So one thing I need to do is move out of that into handle off, sorted. Options, cut out. Let's not do that. Okay, it's charging brakes. Drop that. Step lights off. Headlights off. That's there, that's there, that's there, that's good. Cool. Let's head through to our carriage. I think these are too close to walk between, so we're going to have to go through the train. Cool, I can walk across that one. Train Sim World 4. I'm probably going to wait on that one. Not going to buy it straight away. Keys back in. Reverse res forward. Check that we are on the brake. Lead freight sorted. Cool. Ah, we're moving backwards. Okay, what I'm going to do is take the auto brake out, put the independent brake in a little bit, add some power, then take the independent brake out so we don't roll backwards. Yeah, they all look pretty much the same. The only difference in this one was the dynamic weather thing. So, whatever. They all come with different, I guess you'd say, routes on them as well. But I'll look at what routes are available. I probably won't buy it for like a year, because I haven't even got through all of these routes yet. So. Cool. We are clear to proceed. San Bernardino. I'm sure there's an airfield at San Bernardino. I've heard the name before. Or is it just a VOR? Anyway, it's the top of the hills of LA. Just gotta stick my head out. Yep, we're pulling a bunch of train. Close that up. It's smoky out there today. I smell it on the air. Might want to keep the windows closed. Gonna get some light on. Still in a 20 zone, so we're going to sit here at 17 mile an hour. Right on the top of that hill where the up starts going down again. So we pulled the carriages out of a down, like an upslope, and now we're going back down again. I feel it because the train wants to just accelerate at idle power. Feels a bit like taxiing a IAE engine at A320 or something. That's just the alerter, making sure that I'm awake. I like these flatbed trucks, they're pretty cool looking. That's like a little station thing. These American stations with their tiny little midget platforms climb up ladders to get into the carriages. I've seen tram stations with higher platforms than that. Barely rises to the occasion of being called a train station. That said, it'd be interesting to do the, I guess it'd be what the Americans use here, Amtrak. I wonder if that's an Amtrak station. Someone should do a mod for Amtrak on that. I'm assuming there's an Amtrak station down in LA as well. And we have green light. If you're wondering on these signalling systems, Victoria uses the same signalling systems. So you'll have the green on the top of the red, which is the proceed at full speed. You have a red on top of the green, which is at half speed, and then red with one flashing light, and that means at what they call it, you can still go at that speed. The flashing light is there is traffic ahead of you that you are allowed to proceed into. It's usually for sidings, that kind of stuff. Then double red, solid, is just stop. You also get yellow on top of green, which means that the next one is going to be red. Which, yeah, I find that one to be the weird, confusing one. Because two reds and one of the reds flashing is less stop than green and yellow. Gonna start grabbing some speed here. Let's go all the way up to this overpass. Looks fun. Can I get up there? No, no, not quite. Yes, I can. Yay. We're on kind of the footpath here. Look through the gap. Limit of 60. We can pick up the pace. Another overpass. Might be able to go on top of this one as well. Cool. Fun being right next to the highway there. We're going faster than the cars are going. It's like your car is almost a ton and we're like 300,000 tons. Might be 100,000. pushing uphill again. We've got a lot of train behind us. I can see a distinctive drop off. Yeah, almost like a top of descent right there. After an 80 zone now, might as well let it accelerate. Gonna pump that speed. Alright, so not this weekend, but next weekend I've got two big concerts on. Beethoven's 7th Symphony. Beethoven Symphony number 7 at Malvern Town Hall. It's a $10 ticket price. So if you want to see it, Malvern Town Hall, that's in Stonington City, here in Melbourne. M-A-L-V-E-R-N, High Street, Malvern. At Saturday 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on Saturday next week, the 9th of September. And I'll be bringing this beautiful thing, the old Baroque trumpet. The other thing we'll be doing is the very next day at about 2:30 p.m. Doors open at 2. Melbourne Town Hall, the one near Flinders Street. Mahler's Second Symphony. I'll be one of 10 trumpets for that. Yeah, I've been doing quite a lot ever since COVID ended. It's like I'm going to get back into this. So it's been fun getting back into this. I've done more concerts in 2023 than I did through the entire decade between 2015 and yeah, that whole like 2010 to 2010. I think, yeah, it's pretty close. Anyway, I played in heaps and heaps of orchestras now in this little city. Fun to get back into it. COVID shut everything down and then we're back. We are back. Liking these hills. Very deserty, the high desert they call this stuff. Coming out of Nevada down into California. Is that a grain hopper? I think it is. Some kind of TV ad. Someone sorting out carriages. They might be loading the grain. Still going uphill. I'm assuming that's fuel or oil, some description. Don't know what that is, and I'm assuming it's some kind of distribution center, maybe FedEx or UPS or something. Update on that wildfire. The fire department are on site, but the fire is not under control. There is a slight haze, but track visibility is still good. Alright. That's a scenario that I'm quite familiar with in Australia. Bushfire. Yeah, you can see the haze. Might want to get those windows closed, it'll get a bit smoky out there. Might even adjust the air conditioner. Leave it as it is, low. If you start to smell smoke, we might want to shut down fans and stuff. Start to smell it seeping through the windows. All closed? Yep. Yeah, smell the smoke from NZ from here in Australia. Good old 2019. That was a fire. Going into Christmas 2019 into 2020, everything was on fire, and then COVID happened. Certainly was interesting times. Might do a last of the drive-bys because we're not going to see much of the train by the time we're in this smoke. Another update on the fire, still growing with the mountainside now covered in smoke. Tracks have clear but visibility is about. Cajon will be lower than usual. Keep your windows closed and remain cautious. Yeah, that's getting pretty bad actually. Might want to limit that speed down to 45 so I can actually see. Gonna drop the fan. Now I'm just gonna leave the air cooler on because it is quite warm. What's that doing? Yeah, I'll just drive this a little bit slower than track speed so I can actually see what's going on. It's always a weird experience when you have that. It feels like the world has like gotten smaller. In like a bowl. That's not fog, that's bushfire smoke, as us Australians would call it. Forest fire, as they would call it in this place of the world. Yeah, need to do an auto land, Cat 3. No, I've driven around on my car, obviously, in Melbourne quite a bit when it's foggy, and yeah, it's quite a similar feeling. I've also driven, or been driven around, a bushfire. Probably my biggest bushfire, or my closest proximity to an actual active fire, was 1994. I went to school in a little town called Bangor, Menai, in the south of Sydney, and that year quite a bit of Bangor burnt down. We were actually at school when the fire started to spread through the gully, Woronora Valley, and they were actually evacuating the school. They closed one of the roads to Alfred's Point and we had to all go via Sutherland. Yep, we're going into the bushfire smoke. And this is what I remember, it's just the smoke. It was quite intense. Yeah, they evacuated our school into Sutherland, and sometime during that night, one of the buildings near the back of our school actually burnt down from the bushfire, along with the fence. But most of us got through unscathed. I do remember sitting on the top of Miranda Fair, for those that know it, and looking across the back of the car park on the top level and seeing orange, which is to say actual live flame. So you can imagine this kind of environment with the smoke, and then looking into the distance and seeing orange, and it's like, oh, well that's pretty stuffed, we need to get the heck out of here. So yeah, that's the closest I've been to a fire. Seeing orange flamey fire from however many feet away that is. Train coming up the hill. That's an oil train as well. Ah, it's a mixed oil and a few other things. Well, at least it's coming up the hill from the direction we're going, so if an oil train can go through there, so can we. Other thing that you have to worry about with a bushfire like this is you get animals sometimes doing bizarre behaviour, like going on roads and railway tracks and stuff. So if you had like a fire in that gully over there, you'll get all the, in our case in Australia, kangaroos. I don't know what they have here in California, coyotes or whatever, running across the tracks, trying to get away from the orange stuff. So it is a consideration. When you're driving a car, at least. I'm not sure about one of these. It's not like you can swerve out of the way of a coyote or bear. I have a yellow light. So that's caution. We will start the slowdown. I think we need to be at 30 because full track line was 60, caution is half. Cool, maintain 30. That's a dirt road with a level crossing. Alright. They take their railway protection seriously here in California, I see. Yep, yellow light is a slowdown light. Means that it's possible that the next one is red, or probably actually to do with the smoke. They're like slowing us down for, you know, so we can see. But you never know, maybe some train up ahead of us has seen orange and decided to come to a complete stop. It's like, fire, let's stop. Anyway, we need to be aware of the next position. What are those things? Some do with track monitoring of some description. Apparently 4,500 feet to the next signal. So either we'll be continuing along this way, accelerating, or just slamming the brakes on. Not sure yet, because we can't see. I hope it's not a really bad fire season in Australia this year. I suspect though, we've had like 3 years of flooding in a row with the La Nina. So every December this year, like for the last 3 years since 2020, we've essentially had flooding between about December and March. And no fire in that 3 to 4 year period, 3 years. So this year, given that it's a El Nino year instead of a La Nina year, it's probably not going to be as wet. And that wet stuff that's grown in the last 3 seasons of flooding, that's going to dry out. So I'm not sure if this year or next year, but don't have a good feeling about bushfires for this year. That's a big bridge. And that's red over yellow flashing. Alright. Fire spread has slowed down, but we're advised to stop sending further trains until the smoke is clear. Continue to pass Cajon until you clear of smoke. Alright, so I had a cautionary yellow flashing, which I'm sure is not a good thing. In fact, I might be the last train across to that bridge. Or is the next one going to be red? Dunno. Got 2 miles to the next signal though. Going into idle, chucking in a bit of brake. That signal's for the other side, that's okay. We're getting pushed over into this. Okay. We're getting flashed because we're moving track. Okay, brakes are all coming off. We can go full power. Bringing that speed back up to 30. Might even be through the worst of it. I reckon that visibility is improving. Might just be that we're in this little gully. Big hills all around us. So yeah, probably a big bushfire season, if not this year, then next year for Australia, I'd imagine. We don't get away scot-free for 3 years of flooding without falling back into fires after the drought sets in again. Yeah. Nice little dirt road on the side there going up that hill. Let's go up that hill. Nice shot, that one. I like it. Big truck crossing that road. Assuming that's yellow. Yep, just a simple yellow. Alright, it's caution, but proceed. Ground's very dry. So, one more day of the working week. Friday. Got Swordcraft on tomorrow night. So I'll be coming home exhausted. Which probably means I should set up the sim for Saturday now. Hi there, Major. Hope you're well. Welcome to the high desert. We're heading down from San Bernardino towards Los Angeles. That's forest fire smoke that you see around us, not fog. About an hour and a little bit more than an hour from the beginning of the trip. So like, how long ago was that? Half an hour ago. Alright, cool. So about half an hour left. Single track. Not a fan of single track railway. We can do 50. Yeah, check the next signal though before we do it. Milepost 30. It's a 30 zone now. Alright, cool. Twisty little track. That's a cliff. Seems like there's not even that much out here to burn. That's just rocks down there. Speaking of rocks, couple of weeks time we're off to Swordcraft Quest, which is at Pombonate near Lake Karangabite. Cool. They want us to stop at the summit. The summit is the end of the scenario. We got a whistle post. I'm actually going to hit the horn sequencer, so I don't need to touch the horn. It'll just do its own thing. Hi there, Paul. How you doing? Why the whistle post? I don't know. Is it for that? That little track there. Alright, okay. You're right, last day of winter today. It's spring. Last day of summer for these guys. These Americans. Cool, September, a big month for Microsoft Flight Sim. That means an expensive month, I do believe. What's being released? Another whistle post. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to summer either, especially this year. It's probably going to be a bit warmer than the last two. Last two were just floods here in Australia. Floods and rain with occasional, you know, massively hot days. But I like the cold better than the hot. Because in the cold, just do this. Put an on jacket. You're fine. As when I'm hot, no. Just no. Playing trumpet's annoying in the hot as well. You get really sweaty. Yep, this summer is definitely the one for bushfires. We've had 3 years in a row of massive amount of rain, which grows all of the bush. So you got heaps of leaves and twigs and grass and stuff all over the ground. And then you get the year, which has to be this year, with the La Nina instead of the El Nino instead of the El Nina. And that tends to be the dry year, which dries out all those leaves and they fall on the ground and turn into fire. It's one of the reasons that that was quite topical to drive through that bushfire right there. Summit 3 miles away. .40 zone. Still on yellows. And a whistle post. Are we moving back to the centre, are we? We are. And drag the rest of the train through the summit. I do like being on the top of these hills. Oh, that's a nice hill. Alright, we're heading up the hill at maximum power. Nice looking collection of vehicles. Less than a mile away. Lots of carriages. I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, like the count on Sesame Street. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 33 all up, 3 of them are locomotives, so I guess 30 carriages and 3 locos. I think those are those infrared monitors that check the wheel axle temperatures. Make sure that you're not dragging brakes or overheating wheel bearings, catching fire, derailed. Going almost the same speed as that ute. Oh, that's right, they don't call them utes here, do they? It's a sport utility vehicle. SUV, as the Yanks want to say. In Aussie land, we call that a ute, because that's what it is. Alright, they want us to stop at the summit. You can tell that we're coming up to the summit because they've got those water towers up here, pushing the water pressure back downhill. It's going to come into idle power. We might even be able to stop without really much brake power. Still going uphill. That's red on red. Objective complete. So, we keep it parked here until we get a green light. I suspect that won't happen until another train passes us in that direction. Ah, right, never mind. Well, there you go. That's the end of that particular scenario. Oh, I've been going for what? An hour and a bit? Yeah, hour and 10 minutes. Why not? I do like the training centre. That's been quite fun to do. Make a lightning storm. So yeah, 30 carriages, 3 things through some fire. Reasonably relaxed journey, that one. Now, wouldn't it be hilarious to have a road-based vehicle in this simulator? Drive a bus. Anyhow, there's a bunch of shutdown trains over there. thunderstorm. Hello. Carefully looking at some notices. Can't drive this. What we can do, on the other hand, is start any of these trains up. So, let's get this thing going. Okay, the main circuit breaker is in. Engine running, fuel control. Step lights, gauge lights. Did I forget something? And start, stop. Yes. Yeah, I forget how to do the sequence on that. Let's do something easier. Oh, I forgot how to do these ones too. Some kind of battery thing up here. no, we have TC. Good training on how to start these trains up, because I forget. Have to do some tutorials on those. Auxiliary power. There we go. Are we on pantograph or are we on shoe? We're on shoe. Right. Can we be on pantograph? We certainly have overhead wires available. Ah, needs to be shoe down, eh? That's a shoe, right? DC system select button. DC system select. There we go. Took your time, but we're going. Cool. Anyway, I think we have done the scenario that we wanted to do anyway. I guess I'll see you on the weekend. Till then, I've been Miss Flavia. See you next time. Bye for now.